All right, John. So this is something that has been on my mind for quite some time now, and just something that I wanted to get off my chest. But before we do that, if you want to make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the OG channel and want to be a part of the OG family. You know we spread nothing but love, positivity, happiness, and motivation here on this channel. Make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also tap the bell icon right next to it so that you'll be notified when my next video comes around, which is coming around real soon. I promise. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. But it's just this one particular event that happened yesterday, because for those of you who don't know, I'm a college student, all right? And one of my classes, because I'm getting my generals out the way, is pre-calc. So I was in pre-calc, and yesterday it was pretty much just a chill day, pretty much where you get to either do some practice problems to get ready for midterms, which is coming up this week, or pretty much just hang out or whatnot, just do whatever you want. And yesterday we were also getting our quizzes back that we took the Friday before, because every Friday we have a quiz, and normally the quiz is probably maybe 1, 2, sometimes even 3 questions, but they're all super easy, but they make you overthink things a lot, if you get my drift. So I got my quiz back, and the first question was pretty much solve for X, and that was easy enough. I got it and I passed that question. But the next question, however, was a linear word problem, and what I mean is pretty much just using slope-intercept form to figure out a word problem. So I believe, I can't remember what exactly it was, but it was in the problem said in 1968 it was this amount of money in billions of dollars, and in wait, did I say 1968 or 1972? I don't know, but just say I said 1968 a minute ago. But and then in 1972 it was this amount of money in the billions of dollars, and you had to find the rate of growth and figure out what how many billions of dollars would you have in 2025 or something. I can't remember exactly what the problem was, but all I know is you had to use slope-intercept form. First you had to find the slope, then you had to find the y-intercept to figure out the the answer. So I took the quiz, and that question I failed upon. And I was frustrated. I was really frustrated because normally how I do my math problems is I don't usually go step by step. I'm kind of just all over the place in a way, which works well in my mind. But if I were to do a word problem or do a math problem and then show it to someone else how I did it, they would probably look at me going like, oh, like how, what? I don't get this. Like, I'm so confused. I don't know where to start. I don't know how you got this answer or whatnot. So anyways, that's how that panned out. And I got the quiz yesterday, and it said that I had failed it, and I was mad. I was pissed. I was frustrated. So instead of having to take it right then and there, they make you go to a different place to retake quizzes and try and get help on math if you're struggling. So I went over there right before class ended. Pretty much just went there as soon as I got my quiz and saw that I failed it. Went over there, and they gave me another test or another quiz, and it was a different version. The first question, it was the same format, pretty much solve for X for the first one, got that one right. And then the second question was another linear word problem. And I was looking at it, and as I was going through it, trying to solve it, I was pretty much almost doing the exact same thing that messed me up the last time that I got the answer wrong on. But then I realized and looked more in depth in the question, actually read it, read it word for word what it said. And it said that it was like a question where it was, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was, if at this amount, at 6 a.m. it was this many meters, and then at 10 a.m. it was this many meters. So how many meters would it be using the rate of growth if it was at 12 p.m.? And so then the slope turned out to be 1.6 over 4. So So that meant every 4 hours it went up 1.6 meters. And once I saw that and figured out that that it wanted me to find the meters at 12 p.m., I just kind of looked at the whole big picture of it and was like, well then, if it's going 1.6 meters for every 4 hours, then wouldn't it go 0.8 meters for every 2 hours, since that's half of 1.6 and 2 is obviously half of 4? So then that's what I did. I actually wrote it on the quiz, and then I figured out the answer without having to do any more work, because what I did last time was, I don't know what I did. I did it a whole different way, where I was doing long multiplication, I was doing long division, and it was messing me up. I was getting like really big numbers that I really needed a calculator for, which, by the way, for our quizzes we can't use calculators, but on exams we can. And it just kind of messed me up, because I was getting so stumped and so frustrated, and I was doing all this extra work and it was turning out to be wrong. But then once I actually slowed down and took the time to actually analyze the problem and then solve it that way, it made so much more sense to me. And then once I looked back on the problem that I got stumped on before, that I had failed upon, I realized, oh yeah, you know, that slope was a lot better because it was a whole number instead of a fraction like 1.6 over 4. So then pretty much, and this is a tip that you could use in, you know, for later on once you get to these word problems. If you ever find a slope that's a whole number, pretend that whole number is over 1, and that'll make things so much more easier. Because then once I figured that out, the answer was more clear to me, and especially with how my neighbor got it right versus me getting it wrong, I finally figured out how he got it right, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, that's gonna about do it. That was just a quick little story time, and moral of this story is don't overthink too much, and try to look at the bigger picture and things, and maybe it'll be a lot more clear to you, and don't make the same mistakes that I did. So that's gonna about do it. Thank y'all for tuning in, thank y'all for listening, and like I said, I have another video coming up soon. And also, like I said in the beginning, if you want to be a part of the OG family, you know, where we spread love, positivity, happiness, and motivation here on this channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, please do, because it really helps out a lot. And also share this video with your friends and family so that they don't make the same mistakes that I made. And if you enjoyed the video, like it, and also comment down in the comment section how your day's been going. Mine's has been pretty good. And yeah, that's gonna about do it. So I'll catch you in the next one. Holla back.